This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standardspeaker.
For your information, the governor of Pennsylvania was in the Hazleton area today. Find out why he was so interested in a local business next. Happy Friday, friends, and thanks for chilling with us for a bit at SSPTV. I'll give you a moment right now to turn over to Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513, our HD channel, if you have that package. Okay, now that you can see a bit clearer, let's move on to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standardspeaker. A local provider of internet services and online marketing solutions for small businesses will reshore operations and bring 74 new jobs from the Philippines to its facility in the Can-Do Corporate Center in Drums. Today, Governor Tom Wolf, as part of his Jobs That Pay tour, visited web.com in person to talk about the importance of partnerships like this between the state and the private sector.
I think it shows us two things. First of all, we need to get the basics right. The attraction for this area is, other than the natural beauty, good people who live here, and they have good skills, and the real opportunities for companies like this to find good talent here. The other thing is that working at the margins, government, with the free market, the market is where we need to focus. And the question is, what can government do to, beyond just making the basics right, a fair tax structure, good education system, all that kind of thing. What can it do at the margins to help nudge this kind of development? And that's where things like WebNet, the Pennsylvania First, PA First, the tax credits for job creation. I think overall that's about $214,000 have come into this facility. They've matched that with capital investment of about $214,000, plus they're bringing an additional 74 jobs. So when they're finished, this place will employ about 350 people.
I think it's very exciting. I think it's an extremely big deal that you have jobs that are leaving Manila and coming to the United States. They're coming to Pennsylvania, and then they're coming to the Hazleton area. So I think in the Hazleton area, sometimes we're very down on ourselves about the types of jobs that we have available. And so this is really exciting on so many different levels. This is exactly what people in America want to see, is jobs coming home.
What do you guys want to show off to the governor? What was something you really wanted to let him know about the company?
So we wanted to basically just highlight the fact that we are a company that's really interested in bringing more jobs to our location. We are a company that's based in Jacksonville, Florida. The determination was made that this was the right place to be able to put those jobs, and we're happy to bring 77 jobs here to this location.
What did the governor say? Did you overhear him talking about the company at all? Did he seem impressed?
He seemed pretty impressed, yeah. We laid out a presentation for him. The presentation kind of just outlined, why we made the decision to pull the jobs here. Based on his reaction, it seemed like he was pretty happy with everything that was happening.
Why do you think they're being lured back? I mean, it obviously has to benefit them as well. What's so attractive about bringing jobs back here?
Well, and I think part of that went into the discussion today in regard to problem solving and efficiency, and having the individuals with this particular job be able to solve the problems that people are calling about to call centers. So all of us have experienced those call centers and maybe have not been as pleased as we should with the experience, but obviously when they looked at Manila and they looked at here, they saw that our folks are able to better solve the issues in a quicker time and in a better experience for the person calling in.
Now, during today's tour of web.com, the governor was asked about the ongoing stalemate over the state budget. He says that originally Republicans and Democrats were on the same page.
What we ended up with, the agreement, was a compromise. But it passed the Senate, the General Appropriations Bill, 43-7. That was bipartisan. It passed the House, actually, in some procedural votes, and then in the first round of voting. And then the plug was pulled on that. But that was a bipartisan effort there. So, I think you need to talk to some of the leaders in the Republican side of the House to find out exactly what would happen there. But we had, I think, would have been a historic, and maybe still will be, a historic budget for Pennsylvania.
That was Governor Tom Wolf speaking earlier today in Drums. In other news, a parent whose children attend Valley Elementary Middle School in Sugarloaf Township voiced his concerns last night over a cell phone tower that is being planned to be erected near the school. William Gatos spoke at last night's Hazleton Area School District Community Outreach meeting held at the Keystone Fire Hall in McAdoo. Gatos presented information concerning research on potential health concerns from electromagnetic radiation. Superintendent Dr. Craig Butler and school directors Clarence John and Vincent Zola were present. Zola says he inspected the site where the tower is planned. He says the tower would be 440 feet from the school. He also says that industry standards require 1,500 feet without a variance. The cell phone tower was approved by the school board at its November regular meeting. It was approved in a bundle with a number of other items. Verizon would pay the district $1,300 a month in rental fees. Zola says that the tower must get through the zoning process. Dr. Butler says, quote, "We would never do anything to endanger our students," unquote. This weekend, our media partner, the Hazleton Standardspeaker, will commemorate its 150th anniversary with a special insert featuring photos and stories from days gone by. Managing editor Mark Ketcher talked with us about how the paper has changed just in the time that he's been there.
I have been there since 1997. I started actually as an intern in college and then kind of worked my way up, which I'm grateful for. But yes, the newspaper has changed greatly. I think we're probably on our 5th different computer system in those 19 or so years. So every once in a while we have to relearn a computer system. I can say that we've always had computers since I've been there. Some other staffers have been there much longer than I have, and they can remember back to the teletype machines and the other procedures that were used before the computer age. So, you know, that's one thing I can say is that I've been there since the advent of computers in the newspaper industry. But of course, that is the biggest change that's occurred. We've been through a few computer systems. They've all allowed us to get stories and photos through the computer and to the printing press in some fashion. Actually, now we're sending our pages to our facility in Waverly, and they go right from the screen right to the plate, to the printing plate, and then onto the press. So it really is a streamlined process thanks to computers. So that's the one big thing as it relates to the tech side of it. In terms of reporting the news, the big thing obviously also relates to computers and being online. It's the advent of the internet and social media and the like. So we have a lot more responsibility these days to report the news, not only through the newspaper, but through our website and through our social media pages.
Some sweet cars and glasses in that story right there. Standardspeaker home subscribers will receive the 72 insert tomorrow, and it will be available on newsstands this Sunday. Congratulations to the Standardspeaker. Well, coming up on FYI, we have the Sportscast and a brand new Adopt Me featuring a cute dog named Ducky. Up next, Lisa Sugar gets an update on what's going on with Community Services for Sight in Hazleton. See what happened in 2015 and what's coming in 2016 for the organization.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standardspeaker.
We are here inside the offices of Community Services for Sight in Hazleton with the President and CEO, Lori Lassant. Lori, 2016 looks to be a great year for your organization, but 2015 wasn't too shabby either. I'm going to start with first, I know you're not happy about me talking about this, but you were the recipient of a special award.
Yes, I was very pleased to receive an award from Bloomsburg University. Actually, we had an intern recently, and our intern nominated me to receive the Outstanding Supervisor Award for Bloomsburg University Social Work Program. So it was quite an honor to receive that.
I know you're pleased with the award, but you don't like talking about things like that, so we made her talk about it. Also, some other things that are going on with the organization. Community Services for Sight recently reaccredited. This is huge as well.
Yes, we are extremely excited because we just got word that we did receive a reaccreditation, and anybody who's been through that process knows it is such a time-intensive process, but it is an outstanding learning process as well. You learn so much about your organization that you didn't even think everybody assumes you know everything about what you do, but until somebody else comes in and says, hey, I like what you're doing, or maybe do this. But we're really proud because we did get that reaccreditation, and we're even more excited because we are one of the only blind associations in our, throughout Pennsylvania, through the family of the Pennsylvania Association for the Blind, to have our children's programs accredited, which is very amazing to me and exciting.
Well, congratulations on that. For someone who doesn't know, what does it mean that you are accredited?
It means that we had a particular company, this one's called NAC, it's the National Accreditation Services for the Blind and Vision Impaired, and they came in and reviewed everything we do here, finances, all of our programming, policies that we have, leadership, what are we doing right? And we are doing many things right, and that's exciting. It's great to know that sometimes as the president and CEO, you're hoping that everything is being done the way you think it should be, but it's nice to have somebody who doesn't know your organization come in and review all you're doing and be able to say, yes, you are doing what's expected of you. You do have best practices, and that's very important to me.
And we're going to see new services provided. You've teamed up with another organization, and you're also expanding into the VA. So tell us about these initiatives as well.
Yes, again, 2016, I hope, is our year because we've formed this partnership with the Wilkes-Barre Association to provide the Insight Kids Club. We've always done children's programming. We've been doing it for the past 12 years, but now we're joining forces to have our resources that are combined so that we can provide more to more children in need. So we're offering monthly programs. We'll still continue with our summer program that we do, but we're really focusing on what else can we do. We're going to be providing support groups to parents because sometimes parents don't know who to connect with and how to get the things that their children need. So we'll be able to offer that. Through the Veterans Administration, we're providing access technology and rehab teaching to all blind and visually impaired veterans. And that, again, that's a new relationship that we've formed and are really able to help more people in need.
Wow, that's wonderful. For anyone who needs the services or maybe knows someone, what do they do as the first step? Who do they call?
They can call us here at Community Services for Sight. Our number is 570-455-0421.
All right. Continued success to the organization, and if you need their services, please do not hesitate to call.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Dear Mother Nature, please make up your mind. Love all of us in Northeast Pennsylvania. Well, we enjoyed another upswing in temperatures in our area today, but what's coming our way next? Let's find out. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, we will see rain, mainly after 11 p.m. Our low will be 37 degrees, wind up to 7 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch possible. Here's our 4-day outlook on Saturday. There's a 30% chance of showers. That's mainly before 8 a.m. We'll have a mostly cloudy day with a high near 38, west wind from 5 to 14 miles per hour. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 25 with a wind from 8 to 13 miles per hour. Sunday, there's a slight chance of snow showers. It will be mostly cloudy with a high near 29. Sunday night, again, a slight chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy, low of 16. For Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it's going to be partly sunny and cold with a high near 18. Monday night will be mostly cloudy. Our low will be 11 degrees. And then for Tuesday, another partly sunny day. It gets a little bit warmer, high near 21. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Our low will be 13 degrees. And that's our weather for this Friday. Now, hey, the midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 207, pick 3801, pick 45401, and pick 502796. All right, let's meet Ducky at the Hazleton Animal Shelter.
Hello again. Here I have with me Ducky. Ducky is an approximately 4-year-old Yorkshire Terrier mix who's very friendly and affectionate and loves to be held. Ducky really enjoys the company of people, but we're not sure what he's like with other dogs. So as always, we recommend you do a meet and greet with your own if you're considering adopting Ducky here. Although many people consider little dogs to be yippy at times, Ducky here is very quiet and laid back. and seems to have the personality of a larger dog. Like all of our animals that are up for adoption, Ducky has already been neutered, given all of his vaccinations, and has been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and came up negative for both. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have Gabby. Gabby is one of the newest additions to our female colony. She is an approximately 4 to 6 month old domestic shorthair, and as you can see, she loves to be held and is really friendly with people. She also seems to enjoy the company of her neighbor Cleo, who we featured on a previous segment. Like all of our other cats that are up for adoption here, Gabby has already been spayed, tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and has been vaccinated for rabies and distemper. Equal parts playful and affectionate, we think Gabby would do very well in a new home that already has other animals, and we also think she wouldn't mind being the center of attention. That's it for this week's animals. If anybody at home is interested in Ducky, Gabby, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to 101 North Poplar Street here at the Hazleton Animal Show.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
On January 23rd, the second Lamont White football camp will take place at the Greater Hazleton YMYWCA. One of the instructors is a college football Hall of Famer, Major Harris, who was an All-American at West Virginia in the late 80s as a dual-threat quarterback. Will be helping out at the Y next weekend. He'll be joined by Lamont White, of course, who played for the Vikings in the NFL and spent a bunch of time playing and coaching in the Arena Football League. Aaron Beasley will also be there. Beasley was an All-American at West Virginia who spent 9 seasons playing in the NFL, plus there may be some other former NFL players there as well. The cost is $25 and kids can register the day of the camp. The camp starts at noon and is for kids ages 10 to 17. For more information, you can call Celeste at the Y, 570-956-4520. Well, it's that time of the winter when local sports heat up. Here's the FYI Standardspeaker scoreboard. The Lady Cougars beat Pittston area, and now there's a logjam at the top of the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I standings. Hazleton, Dallas, and Pittston area are all tied at 4-1. North Schuylkill, they were trying to jump back into the Schuylkill League Division I race, but came up short against Blue Mountain. Lady Spartans, though, they still have a chance. Well, on Thursday night, Marion gained another game in the Schuylkill League Division III standings over Monoy area and Shenandoah Valley. The 4-6-2 girls basketball crew, they lost to Lourdes Regional. Jim Thorpe, they beat Tamaqua in other action. The Penn State Hazleton women, they're the #1 team in the country according to the latest United States Collegiate Athletic Association Division II poll. The Lady Lions are back on campus after winter break, and they are back to winning. They scored a non-conference win over Central Penn College. Mackenzie Prutzman led the way for the #1 team in the country. In swimming, the Hazleton area boys beat Tunkhannock while the girls suffered a setback. Also in swimming, the Tamaqua girls and boys picked up their first wins of the season. And finally, Blue Mountain swept Monoy area in the pool. It's been a very busy sports week, but don't worry, Ron Marchetti never misses a beat. Here he is with Short Shots.
Happy 150th birthday to the Standard Speaker, who will release a 6-section, 72-page anniversary insert in tomorrow's paper. That will certainly be a keepsake. Hi, everybody, and congratulations to the SS on this project. This is Short Shots, and also congrats to Alabama for winning the NCAA National Championship. They're 4th in the last 7 years, 11th overall, and Coach Nick Saban's 5th over Clemson, 45-40. A great game that I really enjoyed watching. Locally, Hazleton area had a good week. Joseph Jammers won 2, and hopefully their 3rd tonight against Pittston. The Cougars beat Crestwood by 14 on Saturday and Tunkhannock by 29 on Tuesday. Sophomore Jeff Planutis led the way on Saturday with 13, and his big bro Bobby was high on Tuesday with 17, while 10 other teammates were scoring. The Cougars are 9-3. The Lady Cougars beat Crestwood by 14. Maddie Morocco had 14 and Tunkhannock by 25. Mac Uri had 29 and Morocco had her sophomore career high, 24. And then last night, the Lady Cougars beat Pittston behind Kendra Files, 21. Gavial's Gals are 10-2. Marion lost to Minersville by 11. Then they bounced back to Trim Tri-Val by 19 behind John Woiko's 25. The Marion Phillies lost to Holy Redeemer. They led 10-0 after one, but were outscored 23-6 in the second last Saturday, but they rebounded to trump Tri-Valley by 18 on Monday, and last night they shellacked Schuylkill Haven. Bruto's Brigade is 12-2. MMI defeated Northwest by 18. John Stish and Kyle Williams shared scoring honors with 15 each. Then the Preppers lost out 53-51. Hot stopper to Hanover in OT despite Ed Herberter's 24. The 7-6 Lady Wreckers of Weatherly won last night. Freshman Emily Zoshin at 20. What else? The Cougar boys swimmers who beat Wyoming Sim. The girls lost. The Cougar Matman lost their first dual match this season to Titanic, but 4 Cougar wrestlers did capture WBC championships last weekend. Jake Maurer, Jimmy Hoffman, Keith Lowry, and Carson Kinney. Doug Peterson is the new Eagles coach. Fired Eagles coach Chip Kelly is the new 49ers coach, and Ben McAdoo is the new Giants coach. In the NBA, the 76ers are 4-37, mother of God, and the Golden State Warriors are 36-3. Finally, let me leave you with this short public service message. We are entering the dead of winter, so do not run out of oil. No excuses. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Tresco Fire Hall will be holding the Filthy Phil Support Benefit Saturday, January 16th. The event will be held from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. with bands, entertainment, food, drinks, and plenty of raffles and games. All are welcome, and tickets are $10. Our next announcement, Eat, Drink, and Be a Family, a fundraiser for Brandon's Forever Kitchen, will take place at Bradano's in Wilkes-Barre on Sunday, January 17th from 1 to 4 p.m. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for kids, and includes pizza, stromboli, appetizers, and beer. Tickets are available at the door, and they'll also have basket raffles. For info, just check out brandonsforeverkitchen.com. And finally, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will be having a free meal on Saturday, January 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by a biblical lecture at 1. All are welcome to attend. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. William M. Andres of Whitehaven. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 10 to 10:30 a.m. at the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Kathleen Ardom of Whitehall. Services Sunday at noon at Stefano's Restaurant in Bethlehem. Deborah Palco of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. And Margaret M. Fay of Weatherly. Arrangements will be announced by the Turnbach Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is William Buckmaster of Ringtown. William, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
I got to talk to the governor about the Red Sox today, so I'm happy I wore my Red Sox hat to work, even if you could still see some marks from it in HD. It was totally worth it. Well, that's it. Remember, breaking news, facebook.com/FYI News 13 and standardspeaker.com. We'll see you on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.